Hi everybody. In last lecture we have studied about validity of a argument by using truth table. In today's lecture we are going to study validity of an argument using direct method, that means using rules of a logic. So in that we have to first consider premises, P into bracket capital P into bracket P1, P2, P3 up to Pn, which is our premises part, and applying some rules of logic, if we get a conclusion, C, then the argument is valid. Otherwise argument is invalid. Okay, that means when we apply rules of logic on premises part, and if we get a conclusion, then the given argument, we know that argument is denoted by P into bracket P1, P2 up to Pn concludes C. This is our argument. If we get an conclusion C, then argument is valid. If we don't get a conclusion, it will be invalid. For example, if we consider an example, test validity of argument by direct method, and argument is P implies Q, comma Q implies R, conclude negation P or R. Okay, now here premises is, in solution we have to consider the premises part. Here premises part is P implies Q, comma Q implies R. Okay, now when we apply a rules of logic on this, that means you know that a chain rule is, if it is P implies Q, comma Q implies R, then its conclusion is P implies R. Okay, so here it is P implies Q and comma Q implies R, then its conclusion will gives us P implies R by using chain rule. Okay, so here it is a P implies R. Now you know that, or you may calculate negation of, P implies R is logically equivalent to negation of P or R. Okay, you may prove that, and it is a property also. So it is for your homework part. You may check by truth table that P implies Q, here P implies Q is logically equivalent to negation of P implies Q. Okay, now here it is P implies R, so P implies R can be written as negation of P or R. So we get negation of P or R. So you can use here it is P implies Q is logically equivalent to negation P or Q. Okay, we have used this rule. So which is our conclusion? Hence it is a conclusion. So you can say that given argument P implies Q, comma P implies R, conclude negation P or R is a valid argument. Okay, consider the next example. Test validity of argument without truth table. So here given premises is P or Q, comma P implies R, comma negation R conclude q. Okay, now consider in solution, consider premises is p or q, comma p implies r, comma negation r. Now first we convert or statement into implies form. So here we apply p or q logic on rules of logic on p or q. So it can be written as negation of p implies q. Okay, because we have used rule p or q is logically equivalent to negation p implies q, comma p implies r, comma negation r. Okay, now here it is negation p implies q and here it is p implies r. If we apply negation on this part, I have underlined the proposition on which we have using a rules of logic. Now here apply rules of logic as a negation. Its negation will be equal to, now negation of p implies q, negation of p. Okay, its negation will be is equivalent to negation q. It's second, it is going toward q, so its negation will be negation q implies, notation will be same, and negation of negation p will be p. Okay, so negation of this part will be negation q implies negation of negation is p. It's double negation. And second, as it is, we have only apply a rule on logic, rules of logic on first proposition, negation p implies q. Now from first and second you may say that negation q implies p and p implies r. It will gives, by using chain rule, it will be negation q, because negation here, negation q implies p and here p implies r. Here both are same, so that means negation q will be implies on r, which is chain rule. Here it is chain rule we have used on these two, negation q implies p and p implies r, and negation r as it is. Okay, now here it is negation r and here it is negation q to r, or you may check Modus-Tollane rule. In that Modus-Tollane you may use directly, or okay, so we will check next. Here we will take a negation of this, it will be easy. Here it is r and here it is negation, so applying negation on this, it will gives us negation r implies, it will be double negation of q, so it is q, comma negation of r. Okay, now from this to Modus-Tollane, by using rule Modus-Tollane, we will get a conclusion q, and here it is a conclusion q only. That means we are getting a conclusion, which is a conclusion, which is a conclusion. Therefore given argument is valid. That means p or q, comma p implies r, comma negation r, conclude q is a valid argument, is a valid argument. Okay, so in the at this step we have using Modus-Tollane rule. Okay, next example is test validity of following argument. Argument is p implies q, comma r implies negation t, comma p or r, comma t, and conclusion is q. Okay, so consider premises. Now premises is p implies q, comma r implies negation t, comma p or r, comma t. Okay, now here first we convert or into implies form. So first here it is p implies q as it is, r implies negation t, and here P or R can be written as negation P implies R, comma T. Please make an underline. You have to make an underline where you are using a rules of logic. Now I have used a rule of logic on P or R as negation P implies R. So I have underlined that proposition. Okay. Now next, here it is P implies Q array. Here it is P implies Q, and here it is negation P implies R. Okay. So we have to apply negation on this so that it will become negation Q implies negation P. So applying negation on this part, it will gives us negation Q implies negation P, comma R implies negation T, comma negation P implies R, comma T. So from these two, negation Q implies negation P and negation P implies R, we will get, that means by using chain rule, you may say that negation Q will be implies R. Okay, and R implies negation T as it is T. Okay. Now here it is negation Q implies R and R implies negation T. So from these two we will get, again by chain rule only, we will get negation Q implies, negation Q is, here both R are same. Negation Q is going toward R and R is going toward negation T. So negation Q will goes toward negation T, comma T as it is. Again here it is negation and here it is T. So applying negation on this, it will be T implies Q because both are negate. So applying negation on this, it will give T implies Q, comma T. So from these two, modus ponens will gives us, modus ponens rule said that here T and T is going towards Q, it will gives a conclusion Q, therefore Q. Okay. So and in question we have an conclusion Q only, so we get a conclusion. Therefore given argument, given P implies Q, comma R implies negation T, P or R, comma T, conclude Q is a valid argument. Okay. So which is our required solution by using rules of a logic or direct method. Okay. Next example is, write the following argument next question, write the following argument in symbolic form and check validity So statement is, if Ravi knows Pascal, then he passes the examination. Full stop. Ravi knows Java. Full stop. Ravi knows Java. Full stop. If Ravi knows Java, then he selected for campus interview. Full stop. Either he is not selected for campus interview for campus interview, or he does not passes the examination. Passes the examination. Full stop. Therefore, Ravi does not knows Pascal. Ravi does not knows Pascal. Okay, so this is a question which we have given. From this, first we have to convert this into a symbolic form, this argument into symbolic form. Now here it is given that Ravi knows Pascal, which is our first statement. We denote it by P. So first P is Ravi knows Pascal. Okay. Second statement is he passes the examination. Q is he passes. He means Ravi passes examination. Okay, or you may write here Ravi passes examination. Next, it was given Ravi knows Java, which is new sentence. Ravi knows Java. Okay, this is new statement again. Here we denoted PQ. Here it is R. Okay, if Ravi knows Java, which is we have denoted as a R, then he is selected for campus interview, which is again new statement. So yes is Ravi is selected for campus interview. Okay, so it is a yes statement. Either he is not selected for campus interview, which is negation of yes. Negation of yes. He does not passes the examination. He does not passes the examination, which is negation Q. And therefore Ravi does not knows Pascal, which is negation of P. Okay, so we have denoted all the statements by symbolic form in a question. Now we will write a symbolic form. So symbolic form will be Ravi knows Pascal if it is a statement of if then. So here Ravi knows Pascal, which is P, implies Q. Here statement is over, we make comma here. Okay. Next, Ravi knows Java. Java is denoted by R. So here it is R. Full stop. So statement is over. Next, if Ravi knows Java, which means R, implies he is selected for campus interview, which is denoted by yes. R implies yes, comma. Either he is not selected for campus interview or he does not passes the examination. That means it is a statement of R. So negation yes or negation Q. Negation yes or negation Q. And therefore Ravi, therefore means we have get a conclusion, and conclusion is Ravi does not knows Pascal, which is negation of P. Okay, which is our symbolic form. Now by using rules of logic we have to complete this example. We have to check the validity of an argument. Now by using direct method we can solve this example. So we test the validity of argument by direct method. So consider, for direct method you have to consider premises. Which is P implies Q, comma R implies yes, comma negation yes or negation Q. Okay, so first of all, from first here R and R implies yes. that means which is modus ponens, you can say that P implies Q, comma, yes, comma, negation yes or negation Q. We have used here modus ponens. Okay, so you know that modus ponens is P comma P implies Q will gives us a conclusion Q. Okay, now next we convert negation yes or negation Q into implies form. So it will be P implies Q comma yes, and here when it is a P or Q, it's is equivalent to negation P implies Q. Now here it is a negation yes or negation Q. That means it will be equivalent to its first negation. Negation of negation yes is yes implies negation Q as it is. That means first term is get negated. Okay, first P is getting negated here. So negation of here it will be double negation on yes. So double negation on yes is yes, and or will changes to implies. So here it will get yes implies negation Q. Now from these two again by using modus ponens we are using again. So it will gives us P implies Q comma negation of Q. Okay, now modus tollens, or you may convert it into modus ponens, it you have to negate for this. So P implies Q will be negation of this will be negation Q implies negation P comma negation Q. Okay, so from this it is again negation Q implies here negation Q, and negation Q is implies toward negation P. So our conclusion will be negation P. So here we get again by modus ponens only here we get negation P, and in argument it is also negation P. So we are getting a conclusion. Therefore we get a conclusion. So you must say that the argument P implies Q comma R comma R implies yes comma negation yes or negation Q conclude negation P is a valid argument, okay, which is our required solution. Now next example is we have to check the validity of the argument, and you have to convert it firstly in symbolic form by using direct argument. If I sleep early, then I will get up early. Full stop. If I get up early, I will be able to catch the train. Full stop. I miss the train. Hence, I sleep early. Okay, so this is our argument which is given. Now first of all we have to see the sentences, how many we given here. It is I sleep early, which will be our P statement. So P is I sleep early. Next, then I will get up early. Second Q is I get up early. Next, if I get up early, which is a Q statement again, I will be able to catch the train, which is our next statement. R. You may say that R is I catch the train. Okay. I miss the train, which means it is negation of R, and hence I sleep early, which is a P statement. Okay. So its symbolic form is if I sleep early, then I will get up early, which is if then statement. So first it is P implies Q, comma, if I get up early, which is again implies Q implies I will be able to catch the train, which is Q implies R. I miss the train, which is negation of R, hence which is a conclusion, and I sleep early, which is P. So consider a premises. So it is P implies Q, comma, Q implies R, comma, negation R. Now applying chain rule, here P implies Q and Q implies R will gives P implies R, comma, negation R, here by using chain rule. Okay. Now here it is P implies R and here it is negation R. So apply negation on this, it will gives negation R implies negation P, comma, negation R. Now from modus ponens, because it is negation R and negation R is going toward negation P, so it will gives us negation P, which is by modus ponens. Now here conclusion is P and we are getting negation P, therefore you can say that it is not a conclusion. It is not a conclusion. Therefore you may say that given argument which is a P implies Q, comma, Q implies R, comma, negation R, conclude P is not valid. It is not a valid argument. Okay. So these are some examples related to validity of an argument. Okay. So we will see more examples related to this point in next lecture, and so for today we will stop here.